Microphone check. 1 2. 1 2. All right, here we go. Here we go. Daily problem. Predict the winner. You're given an integer array nums. Two players are playing a game with this array, player 1 and player 2. Player 1 and player 2 take turns, with player 1 starting first. Both players start the game with a score of 0. At each turn, the player takes one of the numbers from either end of the array, which reduces the size of the array by 1. The player adds the chosen number to their score. The game ends when there are no more elements in the array. Return true if player 1 can win this game. If the scores of both players are equal, then player 1 is still the winner, and you should return true. You may assume that both players are playing optimally. Steven Sagibal, what's happening? How you doing, man? All right, can I solve this problem? Dang, only 20. Both players are playing optimally. I think I can do this. I made a big mistake. You're gonna yell at you. I'm gonna yell at you. What you talking about, man? I've never yelled at you. Even if you've made mistakes, you know. What's going on? I do in private. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Banana plants, what's poppin'? Long time no see. Yeah, I've been, well, I went on vacation for a while. And now I'm trying to build back my consistency. How you spell banana? What you talking about? Banana. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, how am I solve this problem? So I've never solved this before. I feel like I've done this problem, man. But maybe not. I guess let's try and solve it. What is this, man? Who put that there? I guess I'll try and like recursively go through. Let me think it through a little bit. So I can either take num0 or nums_l or nums_r. And then what? I'm gonna try and draw some things out. Is it a DP? I mean, nums is 20. It makes me feel like it's kind of like brute force. So I'll just call it DP, whatever. So I have a L, an R, and maybe some other things. But I guess we'll try and take left. How do you take a number? Do we need a turn? No, I'm not sure. I think the score just needs to be positive. So maybe if L is greater than R, we should return 0 because we're done. And then left would be like, I don't know why I'm typing code in the comments, man. I might as well just Type it for real, huh? I'm wondering if I need to something to signify whose turn it is. I don't think I do. But let's say left would be like you take those numbers, nums L, and you add or you subtract whatever this gives us. It's because you get that much score. And then you return the biggest diff. Is that how it works? It's been a while since I did one of these types of problems, man. And I guess if L is greater than R, that means we're done, and we return 0 because we can't get any more diff with the scores. And then we just need to make sure that this number is greater than or equal to 0. I think. Maybe I'm tripping though. What are they talking about, man? Am I doing something crazy here? Jesus. Should I just submit this? Is it gonna be too much? Do I cache it? I don't know. I'm just submit, see what happens, man. It's too easy. I guess the constraints are so small. Like, you don't even need to cache anything. This is kind of just like brute force, I guess. Is this how you're supposed to do it, though? I'm not sure, man. Should I try and add a cache to see if that makes it better? Wait, can I use also here? I'm gonna try. Man, BetSim taught me how to do this. I should just look it up one day because I'm tired of typing out all that vector stuff. Wait. Maybe I'll just type it out, man. Vector int cache size n+1 default to -1. I don't even know if this makes sense. All right. I suppose it does make it faster, but the test cases are so small you can't even really see. Yeah, I mean from 175 milliseconds to 0. Man, I swear I've done this problem. Do you get bored of vibe coding? No, man. I vibe code all day, every day, man. I just don't do it on stream right now. But I might start back soon. I'm just trying to like slowly ease back into the streaming after a few months away, you know. Is your typing game still going? It should be. I forgot to do my daily problem, man. On the weekends, I forget to do these things. Let me do it right now. Man. I was looking at making a typing game for Steam. Hey, the last couple days I've been messing around with like vibe coding, like a game, you know. And I've been trying to make something like Supermarket Simulator with only vibes. And it's not as easy as I thought it would be. You can't just tell it, hey man, make this game in one shot. It doesn't work like that. I guess it's a pretty slow process. What engine? I'm using Unity. But I don't know anything about Unity, man. I don't know anything about anything, really. I just have it tell me what to do, and then I tell it what to do, you know? Alright, are we gonna do this bi-weekly contest 188? Godot has faster iteration, no compile time. Yeah, I don't know anything about the differences, man. I just asked the AI, hey, what do people use to make all these dang simulator games like Supermarket Simulator? I guess like Schedule One, Trading Card Simulator. Because they're all the same. They all feel the same, like the same game, you know? And it just told me they all use Unity. I don't know if it's true, but that's what they told me. Plank as is, or combine actually exactly two distinct original planks into a single plank whose height equals the sum of their heights. Each original plank can be used at most once, and not all original planks need to be used. Return the maximum possible width of a fence that can be built. I don't know what they're talking about yet. Foot-long icicle, what's poppin'? I miss Type Blazer. Did you abandon your baby? Nah, have not abandoned it, man. But it is due for an update. And PTW, I don't know what that means. PTW. What's happening? Tanya Noman. Hey bro, my age is 15 and I learned a cybersecurity. Fancy stuff, man. I don't know much about cybersecurity, but just don't stop tinkering around. Pay to win. Oh yeah, it ain't coming here soon, man. But you never know. All right, let's see. Example 1. They give us a bunch of planks. They say the answer is 4. Maximum possible width of the fence that can be built. 4. How are they talking about height 5 though, man? Oh, you want to build a fence all having the same height. Damn, what the hell kind of question is this, man? So, okay. A fence. So, shit. I wonder if, all right, so we're looking for some number that we can make the most of that number. So there's 2 5s there, and then we can make 2 more 5s by combining 1, 4, and 3, and 2. Code Jesters, thank you very much for the follow. So, alright. I'm gonna check. Just because we can make wait. Like 2. This one is a little tricky. Alright, let's look at example 2 real quick. So let's say the answer is 1 because nothing else. It's just 1. I don't think we're binary searching on the answer, man, because just because 5 is possible doesn't mean that 4 is possible or 6 is possible or whatever, you know. But the n is 1,000, so maybe they're looking for like some n squared solution. I guess I have no immediate ideas, man. Nothing. Maybe first thing I will do though is look at the frequency map of all these planks. So we got 1 appears 1, 3 appears once, 2. Well, I'm just going one by one, man. Right now I just did the 5, the 7 goes in 1 time, 5 again, 2 5s. There's a 4, and another 2, and another 1. So that's what it looks like. You're the best because only you answer, nobody talks to you. Dang. Well, just keep on keeping on, man. Don't stop learning. Alright. Is this problem tough? Maximum possible width of a fence that can be built. Alright, so the highest frequency in our frequency map, that's like the minimum answer. But like 7, you know, 7 we can make 5 and 2, we can make 2 of those. And we can make another one here. So we can actually make it 7, not just 5. So how can I know that, man? Do I have to do some type of twosome a bunch of times? Am I doing twosome a bunch of times? On what though? No, the planks could be up to 1 billion. So we can't just go through all the plank sizes to do twosome or anything crazy. This Q2 is tough, yeah. It got me stumped, man. Dreamer Girl 8888. What's happened? It's been so long. I used to watch all the time through my first job hunt round, but burnt out in 2025. Back on the full stack grind and Code Wars patterns, working back up to DSA and Leet Code. Dreamer Girl, welcome back to the party. I'm still practicing Leet Code a few times a week. Right now I'm doing bi-weekly contest 188. That was about a few hours ago this morning. And this question is tough, man. Alright. What else? What else can I think about for this problem, man? So I wonder also, like, is my target planks gonna be one of the planks that we got in here already, or can it, like, can there be no, I guess it could be something that's not in there, because what if we had a bunch of planks? No, I guess, right? Like if we had something like this, we could make 3 3s, 3 1s, or we could make 4 2s. I'm trying to think if there exists some array where the number that we're using is not in the original array. I don't think so, man. All right. So by frequencies, Leo says I would try Q3 first. Dang. It's that hard, huh? Alright, let me try it. Let me peek at Q3 because I got like 0. Nothing is going on in my head for Q2 right now. I'm trying to go down the list of everything. Alright, Q3, real quick. I'll read it. Minimum initial strength to defeat all monsters. You are given an integer array monsters where monsters I represents the strength of the ith monster. You're also given a 2D integer array boosts where boosts I equal LRV indicates that V is added to your temporary bonus while fighting any monster whose index lies in LR. Boost ranges may overlap and the values of all applicable boosts are added together. That sounds like a line sweep right there. You start with a non-negative initial strength and fight the monsters from left to right. For each monster at index I, let bonus be the sum of the values of all boosts that apply to monster I. You can defeat the monster only if your current strength plus bonus is at least monster's I. After defeating the monster, only your current strength decreases by monster's I. If it becomes negative, set it to 0. Return the minimum initial strength required to defeat all monsters. Note, the temporary bonus is used only to determine whether the current monster can be defeated. It does not otherwise change your current strength. I don't really know what they're talking about, but we have these monsters and we have this boost. So it's saying monster at index 1, we get a boost of 10. Alright, so let's see. They say we need health of 30. Let's explore what they mean by whatever they're talking about, man. So if we started with 30 health, then initially at the first monster, we'll get 25. And then you go to the next monster after that. But we have a boost of 10. So what does that mean? So we defeat this monster, it takes out 10 health. So now we're at 15 health. I guess we don't even need the boost. The boost doesn't do anything since we had enough strength already. And then the next monster at index 2. Oh, the bonus is 10, I see. Bonus is 0. So this becomes... What does it become? 0. Yeah, 15 minus 0. 15 minus 15, 0. So we're good. Alright, I feel like I can do this problem. It feels like there's a few pieces to it though. One, maybe we have to do our line sweep to figure out how much boost at each index. And then maybe it's like binary search to figure out the strength that will take us through. Or either that or figure it out some other way. I'm not sure. Alright, 50,000 monsters, 50,000 boosts. Alright, first thing, let me do our line sweep thing to try and figure that part out. The boost at each index. How are we going to represent that, man? It's been a while, so maybe am I going to use like events and sort them, or am I going to use a hash map? And then iterate through all of our boosts. And I'm gonna say 0, that's an open interval. I guess you add the value of the boost. And then he subtracts here the value at the closing interval. But this could be closing interval +1, depending on if it's inclusive or not. And I think we should do +1 actually. So if we do that in our map, then we can go through our indices one by one and we can figure out like which monster gets what boost. Jay from YouTube, what's happening? What's popping? Alright. So I think now maybe what now, man? Do we do the binary search or what? First, should I make a is valid function? Maybe. This is if I do the binary search. So what are we? We're trying to guess on the strength required. So I guess we'll have a guess here. I guess we'll have a guess. And how are we going to validate that a certain strength is true? I guess our health can become negative. The boost is only to see if we can defeat the monster, and it doesn't even matter if we have negative strength, I guess. Steven Sagiball, yes. Can we connect on LinkedIn? I don't really go on LinkedIn like that, man. We can connect on YouTube or on Twitch or on Discord. How am I? I'm doing all right. I think I can solve this problem. Hopefully, it's not too bad. So we're trying to validate a particular guesswork. So I'll say health starts off at guess, and then I guess we can just iterate through all the monsters. And our extra boost starts at 0. So the first thing I suppose is we will see what our boost is at this particular index for the monsters. So we just add whatever is in this map, because all the opening ended interval, or like all the opening intervals, we added the boost, and then after the interval is over, we subtract the boost. So here we just add it, and it should be all right. I should leak code, but with AI, it feels so useless. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. But I think people still ask algorithm rounds. No, I don't think. I know for sure companies are still asking algorithm rounds. And maybe even whiteboarding. Like, they fly you or they ask you to come on site and they put you in front of the whiteboard and they say, solve the problem, just like the good old days before COVID. All right, so if health plus boost is less than the monster's strength, we can just turn false immediately. And then they say if it goes to 0, then set it to 0. All right, so that's our isValid function, and then we'll just binary search and figure it out from there. So what range could the health be, man? Could the health be like, I don't know, 0? Wait, let me think. Am I gonna get some type of overflow here? What's the boost value? 1 billion. So I think this is at risk of overflowing. So we should have long longs here. Our health should probably be a long. Yeah, they even say it up here, man. Our boost also a long. Did I miss any? I think we'll be all right with that. So should this be long max, man? That's crazy talk. So that's our midpoint, and then we validate on our midpoint. So if this is true, that means we are able to clear all the monsters, and we should try something smaller. So our midpoint, we bring it down. And if it's not true, that means we fail to clear the monsters and we need to try a larger number. So we bring our left point up. Where do you work at? I don't have a job, Jay. I don't have a job, man. And then I guess if it's true, I just like to remember the best. Is that all I'm trying to do here? All right, let's see if it even compiles, man. Nah, doesn't. Monster's Eye. Come on, who did that? All right, also format. Add the boost, check the health, subtract the health, do the thing. Let's go. Int, come on. How I don't see these bugs, man. crazy. What doesn't return anything? This one. Time limit exceeded. Oh lordy. Let's see. See outs. So it's like maybe this overflows or something. No. What could be going on, man? Midpoint. Wait, left, right. Midpoint is there. But then it doesn't do anything, man. Come on. All right. I don't know what I'm thinking here. So if it's good, we bring our right down. We try something smaller. And if it's not good, we want to try something bigger. I'm just rusty, man. That's the problem here. But now we got other types of problems, man. Wait, let me think about what I'm doing. Shit. Hello, sir. How can I get better at leet code? There is only one way, and you gotta practice. You gotta study hard, perhaps for hundreds of hours. Pirito 95 RSNG. Thank you very much for the 35 stream streak. Hundreds indeed, yeah. Hundreds of hours. If you haven't at least practiced 100 hours, then you should do that first, maybe. Alright, what the hell am I doing wrong, man? Is binary search the right thing here? Let me try and think about what I'm trying to say. So the first midpoint, they're all returning false. That feels like it ain't right, man. Hold on. So they're all returning false, and they're all trying like bigger and bigger numbers. So maybe, man. So example 1. The first midpoint. Why is it tripping? Is it overflowing? Do I have to cast this? Because the health, all right, I gotta get deeper in there because the midpoints is coming in at a really high number and it should iterate through. That's, oh, it's an int. That's why, man. Jesus Christ. It's overflowing right there. But it's still wrong. Whatever I got is wrong, man. 5. How are you gonna get 5, man? Let's try and figure that one out. Like, how did 5 pass? So initial health is 5. Boost at 0. Shot by POV. Thank you very much for the follow. Longs. I'm just making sure everything is long. If the health. No, so we're coming in at 5. This health plus boost is not less than that. So return, or it continues. Now we're at 0 health. But we have 10 boost. So it continues again. We have 0 health. It should return false for this one, man. But this 15 too. I guess it should return false because maybe I'm not understanding the problem. Let me try a smaller R for now while I debug this. There's too many debug print statements, man. Alright, so it's saying 24 is gonna work here, but let me run 24 through it. So initially 24, right? So we passed this monster, we're down to 19 health. 29 because we got 10 boost here. So we passed this, but then now we're down to 9 health and 0 boost, and we can't defeat this last monster. So 29 or 24 is supposed to return false right here, but it's not. The only thing I can think of is my boosts are incorrect. I'm just gonna put some C-outs here. So this is my guess. And then health. Oh, Jesus, man. All right. Guess 24. 24 plus this. Wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's because I used N instead of M, man. Come on. Wasted a bunch of time for some BS. Oh, it's actually wrong though, because so 0 boosts. How's this one working? Zero. Oh, because I forgot to change the dang thing, man. Alright. Wait. Still wrong because I switched that and I forgot to switch it back. Alright, I got like 3 wrong submissions just because I was a little bit careless. But it's all good. I think I got this problem a long time ago. I just had one typo, man. Messed me up. Caused me so many wrong answers. Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. I just had difficulty implementing correctly. Hey, Q Ultimus, what's happening? Alright, should we go back to Q2, man? Alright, I wonder if, what can we do? What can we do here? Maybe for each plank, run a twosome to see how many numbers in, like how many ways we can add up 2 numbers to make each number in here, not including, I guess, yeah, and you need to take 2 numbers. So if we did ones, it would count 0. How many ways can we make 2 here? There is 1 way we can make 2s. 3s, I guess there's 2 3s. And then the total answer would be how many combinations plus the actual 3s, you know. But can I implement that? I don't know, man. Because there's only 100 numbers or 1,000 numbers. Let me try that. How are we gonna do that, man? Should we sort the planks? I'm not sure if that helps. And the reason I'm sorting is because if I'm looking for 2 planks that make up 5, then it doesn't make sense to look at planks that are bigger. It only makes sense to look at the smaller planks. So I'm wondering if we have this frequency map, how can we determine how many pairs add up to a target? So I guess here we'll look at these. Let me think. Can you say hello to Nikita? That's my sister. What? Ways9. First time chat. Welcome. That's my asker. What? Why I say sister? What are you talking about, asker, man? Tomo Mami. Hey, what's up, man? Long time. Long time for sure. Hey, Waze 9. I don't know what you're smoking over there, man, but not too sure. Something ain't right. Oh, Leet Whale. What am I gonna do with this problem, man? Is this problem too difficult for me? Did I miss a number? 1. Oh, there's 2 5s. So if I'm going through and say how many things make 1, there's nothing. How many things make 2? There's 2 1s. Um, 3. All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, man. Hey, I don't know what Waze is talking about, man. Bunch of gibberish. So I'm saying I'm iterating through. I'm saying maybe I create a map, a frequency map. As I'm going through, I'm doing some type of check. I don't know. What am I gonna pass down here? Maybe should I pass the map? No, I don't need to pass the map. Maybe I just need the target. So I'm iterating through the frequency map. And I gotta do something, man. Should I have my target, super target? Let's call that plank size. So my target is the plank size minus that number. Low key look like a witch, man. See you later, Waze. Valp Mord, what's happening? This chat is strange. No, not usually, man. I don't know. I just timed out Waze because I don't know what they're doing over there. Dang. I really don't know how to solve this problem. But anyways, I'm trying to like do some type of check. Mortalel, what's happening? So this is my target. I guess I am I'm trying to find in the same frequency map. And then if we found that target in there, then we take the minimum of of the count of this current number and the target. How do you do that? IT second, maybe? But then I don't want to double count things either. So I don't know how to do that yet. I was thinking maybe I make another map, because I don't really want to create copies of this frequency map over and over again. I don't know if creating another map is any better, but I'm going to do that. So if I take this, then I'm going to say taken not count. I guess it should be minimum. But then, all right, so we're saying if this target exists and all right, maybe that will do it. Looks kind of janky though. And then, so this is checking like how many planks we'll be able to combine to make that target plank. So this check. So I'm going to run over each index in my planks, and I'm going to run the check first. But I'm thinking maybe there should be some type of caching or something like that. No. Hold on. No Condom Chris, what's happening? Are you gonna stream contest? No, I'm not gonna stream the contest. I don't stream the contests anymore. I rather take them virtually than try and do them live. At least for now. Maybe if I get better again, I'll start taking them again, you know. Man, what did I try and do? I was trying to do something where all right, here we go. I'm gonna just do it. What is this? Check. Returns an int. How many combinations is we're gonna check, and we're gonna check that plank size at planks I. And the current total is gonna be the combinations plus the frequency of planks I. Yeah, there's a few things that I think I can do to make this better, but let me see if it gives the correct answer first. Because I'm not even sure if it does, man. Zero. Nah, it doesn't do anything. How's it not gonna do anything? That's crazy talk. Is it because I don't actually do any frequency things? Hold on. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. Let me think. I don't know when to increment my frequency. Should I increment it? Before? Sure. But then it's gonna be in here in the target, and now I'm not looking for negative targets. Maybe I'll just say if target is less than 0, just continue. We'll see. 1 and 4. I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be too slow, but I'm just gonna submit. Might just be wrong, which it is. So 12, 24, 56. How am I gonna say 2? Is it because... How do I get 2 here? Doesn't even make any sense, man. Oh, is it because I hit the target and it's a 56 and it's or 24. Now how the hell is that 2? I think it's because 24, 56, no, 56, the target is 24, there's 56 and 24 in the thing, so it counts it as 1. Wait, what am I saying, man? What am I saying? I'm saying nonsense right now. I think I'm close. I just need to figure out why I'm getting this bug answer. Let's see, what the heck, man. So 0 combinations. What? In I equals, so 12 and 24. Yes, that's what's happening. So the check, we're trying to see how many targets in here come up to that. 12, there's only one of them in there. And I guess that's an edge case. So the target is there, and that is there. Maybe I'll say if the target equal, wait. How do I do this? Target equal, I don't know, man. I see what's happening. I don't know how to fix it yet. I guess we should just divide it by, so all right, here we go. I'm in a good mood, Simon. This is rare. Why are you in a good mood? That's a good thing. Not saying it's a bad thing. All right, so if target equal num, then all right, here we go. This is the bug. Yeah, that looks okay. Lisp Gamer, what's happening? Does performance matter? It does, but only to a certain point. Like, they give you the size of the input, and you have to determine whether or not your algorithm is fast enough for those constraints. I still got a C out in there. So usually for inputs up to size 1000, they're looking for probably an n-squared algorithm. All right, I'm gonna submit this. Wrong answer again. Is there another bug? Maybe I'm close, man. Maybe I'm not. It's hard to say. All right, 37. What else I got? 55, 59, 90, and 94. Just this array. So there's some funky numbers. So I'm saying 1, but we can make, which one can we make? 37 plus 55. No. Which ones can we make, man? Nine. Oh, is this one where the number is not in the array? Like, oh, 90 and 55, or 90 and 59 and 94 and 55. Like, how, man, how am I supposed to get that one now? Alright, I see what I have to do, man. I gotta do an n-squared, hit all the combinations of all the different sizes that we can possibly make, and then I gotta check on the frequency map which one of those are possible. So I think I can solve this, maybe, if that's the way. I will have to modify this pretty big. But I don't want to throw away anything yet. Maybe I can throw that away. I'll keep my check function for now. I don't think it's good. So what am I doing? I'm gonna n-squared first. For 1,000, you would struggle to write something that ran slow. Man, that ain't true. Depends. Some things can only be solved by like backtracking. And if you had 1,000 elements and you had to backtrack, that is gonna be way too slow. You know what I'm saying? All right. Shit. Should I just erase everything and start over? I'm not sure. Do you have the link for the problem? Yes. Do I? Well, this is in the contest. But I'll send it anyways. Try this out. Planks I plus planks J. All right, how do we store all of these? Should I just all right, man. So I guess we got all the things here. Maybe this could be a set. And then I'll insert into this set here. When are you going to hire your company? Also, when are you going to make your game idea? Who knows, man? If I ever make any money, that's when I'll hire. Man, I think I can solve it, but I'm getting low on brain juice now. You gotta hire Q? Yeah. That would be like a that would be like the craziest I don't know how to say, man. But it's like an ultimate goal if I were in a position to be able to hire Q and get him some development experience or something, you know? That would be crazy. I think about that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So I have to modify this check function so that it actually works. So maybe here, what I can do, since I already have, I don't know, like this is overly complicated with this second thing. So this is just going to go through and it's going to count everything. So I think it should work just the way it is. Oh yeah, one modification though is, man, I'm just leave it the way it was. I'm gonna leave it the way it was, and then I'll just do this small modification. And let's see. We got 24 minutes left. Do I have an ants? What's this ants, man? All right, 4, 1, and 1. All right, we're sending it. Too slow? Wrong answer. Come on, man. Let me see how much further I got. So 681 and what is it not gonna show me? How many wrong? Quitting not allowed. Ace. All right. I guess I don't I don't care about. I'm just gonna submit again because it's not giving me the test case that I failed, man. Come on now. 681 and 687. All right, so it is a little bit better, but still not quite working. So this is supposed to be 2. How long before you felt fluent enough in C++ to start doing LeetCode problems? The first time I did LeetCode, I did it in C++ when I didn't know any C++. I remember the very first contest I did was the first time I decided to grind LeetCode. I just jumped right into the contest, man, without practicing or anything, without knowing C++, and I just Googled everything on the contest with syntax, and that's how I got started with C++. I just jump into the deep end, man. Hey, you don't get punished if you get something wrong. You don't get punished if you do bad in a contest, really, if you're just starting out. There's no consequences, man. Just if you want to learn C++, I think LeetCode is a great way to get familiar with the syntax alone. I don't think LeetCode is a great way to learn C++ though. Only the syntax, man, and what's available in like the standard library. Roxanne, welcome. All right, no condom Chris is here, man. He says I can't give up. Wait, where's that? Where's the wrong answer I got? I'm trying to. All right, here it is. So this answer should have been like 2 or something. What was it? Yeah, answer should be 2. And I'm saying it's 3. I don't know what they're talking about. We don't want to care about this test case right now. Where's my C outs at? I already deleted them? Dang. Oh lordy. You can ask AI for hints? Nah, I don't like to do that. Unless I'm about to give up. Dang, so I got a 3 on 101. Let me see, how is that even possible? 101? Alright, we got 92 plus 9. That's 1, right? 101. 73. No. Like, how am I gonna get 3? How many times can one run test in LeetCode before submitting? Is it infinite? Yeah, you can run it as many times as you want. "101." Oh, Mark Mondark. What's happened? 73 plus 28. Okay, I see. So that's 2. So how am I gonna get one more? Oh, 2 28s. Look at that, man. So I hit the 73, or I hit the 28 and I count the 73. It's double counting. Yes, that's the bug. So how the hell am I gonna fix it, man? The minimum. Because I don't erase anything here. So I think, nah, this shouldn't even work like that, because I see though. Let me think. So maybe I hit the 78 first. The target is 28. Otherwise, it's the minimum of. Oh, I see. I think. Oh, also, no. I should add them together. All right, so we're supposed to get 2. Look at that, 2. All right, I think that fixed that particular one. Let's see if it's gonna work though. I'm gonna submit again, man. Time limit exceeded. Come on, man. All right, let's see if we can make it a little bit faster. I have some ideas. Maybe this is not necessary. So instead of doing this taken thin, we don't even need, we can just skip those. How do you skip? I see why you use C++ instead of C for data structures algorithms. Yeah. I don't think anybody uses C unless it's for educational purposes and you just want to learn how to build those data structures yourself, because it's very useful to know that. But if you're just trying to solve problems, I don't see why you'd use C, man. There's just too much shit you gotta build yourself. All right. So we're trying to improve the speed. So I think we can do that by guess I'll erase all this stuff. I'll erase this stuff. And then I'm gonna say I don't know if this is fast enough though. So we got n squared here. And then this is kind of like another n squared, man. I think this, yeah, I think we gotta, I don't think whatever I just did is gonna be fast enough. No way. I think I gotta figure out some stuff. Jerry, what's happened? I lost the passion to do LeetCode because of AI. I hear you on that, man. I kind of feel similar in some ways. But only for like contests though and competing. But I still think I enjoy just general problem solving, you know. Oops. Let me clean this up. It passed. All right. I think doing this check is too much. Like iterating through the map every single time. It feels like it's too much. I don't know what else to do, man. But No Condom Chris says I can't give up and I should just ask AI. Steven Sagiball, what is that, man? I don't even know. What should I do here? Should we bust out Claude? Ask for a hint. How do I do that? All right, here we go, man. Widest possible fence. All right, I'm asking the dang AIs to help me out here. I have a correct solution, but it is just too slow, man. And I'm not sure how we can speed things up. So what I'm doing is I'm generating every pair of numbers that the planks could make. You could vibe code a Chrome extension to make it easier. Yeah, that would be bumping. Hey, doesn't LeetCode have that stuff like built in? Maybe you gotta be premium to get it. Oh, you have to pay. Yeah, I'm not trying to pay, man. Yo, Surge, what's happened? Keyboard sounds so good. Thank you. They don't have the best models. LeetCode AI ain't that great, huh? Anyways, I could just also look at the topics. No great topics. Look at that, 13% acceptance rate. Hash map. Well, I got a hash map, but I'm not using it right. All right. I gave my code. I said, here's my code. What is wrong? Give me some hints. Algo Monster. What? Algo Monster don't know anything, man. What's your AI overlord saying is the issue? Yeah, not sure, Q. But I know the issue. The issue is it's too slow. I hit them with the n squared right here, and then I do like another type of this is a big check. I think it's right here that's messing up, man, because I'm going through all of those n squareds in the set, and then I'm like trying to figure out everything, you know. But I'm wondering, oh man, I'm wondering if instead of an unordered map, if I just use an ordered map, and that way, if the key size is a certain size, maybe we can just like terminate early. But I don't know, man. All right, here's what the AI is saying. Your algorithm is correct. The bug is performance, not logic. So the hints are about why it's too slow, and there are two separate causes. Hint one, you're silently growing frequency on every call. All right, let me try and just adjust for that hint alone. So I am growing it. I'm growing it on every call because right here, so I should be doing find plank size. All right, so if you're not a C++ person, this is good C++ knowledge. Every time you look up something in a hash map, in an unordered map like this, and it doesn't exist, it will get inserted as 0 into this frequency map. So every time I call it and that thing doesn't exist, it makes my map grow one more entry with the number as a key and then the count as 0 if it didn't exist. Let's see how much of an effect this small change has on the overall performance. Oh wait, I didn't even change it though. Right here. I don't think it's enough though, man. I think we made it up a few more test cases, but yeah, for sure we got to do more than that. All right, what else did the AI say? Your loops are inverted. What are you talking about? For a fixed sum H, how many partners does a value A have? Exactly 1. Now flip that around. Code enumerates every candidate's sum. Yes, and then rescans all values for each one. So every value pair gets visited once per candidate. What? Oh, I see what they're saying. I see what they're saying, of course. They're telling me to just do my check right here. That's a good, it's not bad actually. And then we don't need that. But we should also, I guess, do a check on each individual plank. Oh, wait. But I don't even build my frequency until... Let's see if this makes any difference, man. Shivsar Wade, what's happening? I am back, I guess. What are they talking about here? I see. Oh, Jesus. All right. Code with Elements X from YouTube. What's happening? AI is done, bro. What does that mean? All right, is that faster? How much faster? Still not fast enough. All right, I think we just need a big fundamental different approach. But let's see, let's continue with hints. Wait, what? Man, should I give up? Leet Whale, did you solve this? No give up? Nah, man. I've done what they say. Alright, maybe I didn't do everything. I'm gonna say, alright, how about my code now? No, Connor Chris doesn't want me to give up. Hey, you can give me your answer if you want, man. It's alright. Alright, so it says I fixed the map growth bug and the n squared memory. Wait, maybe, okay. Okay, maybe I didn't understand what hints they're talking about. Let me control Z, man. All right, Control Z. All right, it says stop asking given H what pairs make it and start asking given a pair which H does it feed? Ah. Given a pair, which H does it feed? I think I see what it's saying. So the values equal that, the pairs. Interesting. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, I'm seeing that, man. I'm seeing that. It's hard to give a hint without giving the answer. So it's saying, I get distinct keys of n squared over the distinct values. If they're the same, then it's that. Otherwise, the minimum, if this count is greater than 0, so that pair, all right, let me try to implement what this is saying then. So should I just erase everything? I want to erase it, man. And then, so we need distinct values and we need frequency. So let me just do the frequency and everything in one. So this is my frequency and I'm gonna get the, I guess we don't need to sort. So we need distinct values. Oh man. I don't know how to iterate through this. Like that. And it's saying I should keep counts of like the pairs and how many things make up to them. So it's saying if x equals y, I should do something. 420 Swag Lordius Maximus. Thank you very much for the follow. All right, so the count, if they're the same, is just half that number. Otherwise, it is the minimum of those. Is that what they're trying to tell me to do? Something is terribly wrong, man. Wait, what? What are they telling me right here? Did I misunderstand it? For every H that shows up as a key in pairs, score pairs. Oh, I see. Wait. I'm double counting. Oops. Where am I double counting? Oh, it's going from I, and mine is just going from wherever. Dang, how did I? All right. How did I do that, man? I'll just do some junk, man. All right, here we go. I do I plus 1. No, maybe I don't do I plus 1. Maybe I do it itself. And then now maybe I'll try that. Wait, vowels is sorted? Man, I still can't. Still not showing up right. 3, 4. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say, all right. What did I do wrong? This problem is really tough, even though it feels like. Wait, the answer is not just dependent on. Oh, right. It says this plus something else. What if x of psi occurs in planks? It's like this plus the count, the frequency of that. So does that mean I gotta do like this? Alright, man, I spent too long on this problem. Well, let's see if it works. Wrong answer. Come on, man. So 15 0. So this should be 0 plus the dang number. How come it's tripping like that? I guess nothing gets inserted here. Because wait, there's one distinct. So nah, this should at least get inserted, man. Why is it? Why am I getting 0? Let me try and find it with my eyeballs. One is always going to be the min. Yeah. Saying maybe I should just change it to 1. But either way, I feel like something is happening that shouldn't happen. Like I feel like it should be picked up. The frequency is here. Oh, maybe the count is like. Nah, I don't know, man. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on with my life. 14% acceptance rate on this problem. Crazy. Still wrong. So maybe it's whatever was the bug for before is the same bug for this one, I would assume. Let me put my ands back to 0, and if this output is 0, I think it's the same bug. Oh, it's 1. Man, 8. Take frequency count of all elements and then the unique element and iterate over the unique elements. Have a map see which Planck height can be made. One thing to consider is for height, you can make it count. Man, it's hard to see what you're saying. We can have half. Oh, I have to like sit down and try and decipher what you're saying, man. But let me poke around it. I think we're really close. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So 84, 84. We should have 84 in our distinct. This should come in one time. X and Y are both 84. They're equal to each other. So then the count is the frequency of this. It should be 2 divided by 2. So this count should be 1. So this should be 1. And then now we should iterate over the number, the count. Yeah, I don't see where. So I'm gonna have to put a little C out real quick. Think about what stores for the Planck's. Hey, Shiva, dang, you erased their messages. I was going to go back and read them a little more closely. All right, so if the Plancks are just 15. Wait, maybe I'm using the wrong UMs here. Oh wait, 15 freak. Hold up. In the 15 case, this should store UM of 30 is, oh wait, yeah, '84. Oh, I see. I see. So there's nothing in here, man. Jesus Christ, man. My brain juice is running too low, Leet Whale. Leet Whale. What a hard problem, man. Hyper, what's happened? Haven't seen you in a while. What's been up? Still vibe coding your website? Yeah, I'm vibe coding a whole lot right now. I don't vibe code on stream at the moment, but maybe I will start soon. That was a hard problem. Don't know why they made it Q2. Yeah, it seems Q2 is like the new Q4. I didn't even look at Q4, but tough problem. Let me see what people are saying, man. If this is a medium with 12% acceptance rate, then what? All right. What we're gonna do now? I guess there's a new daily problem. Stone game. I've solved stone games so many times. 2 years ago, last time though. Alright, let's see what's up. Alice and Bob play a game with a pile of stones. There are an even number of piles arranged in a row, and each pile has a positive integer number of stones, piles I. The objective of the game is to end with the most stones. The total number of stones across all the piles is odd, so there are no ties. Alice and Bob take turns, with Alice starting first. Each turn, a player takes the entire piles of stones either from the beginning or from the end of the row. This continues until there are no more piles left, at which point the person with the most stones win. Assuming Alice and Bob play optimally, return true if Alice wins the game, or false otherwise. Is this the same problem? I feel I would just solved it. I don't even, let me just see if it's gonna work. The same thing. Because it's the same problem, man. Why are they giving us the same problem in a row? What's different though? I guess the piles, they give us a lot more piles here. Oh, you want me to do the Simon 158? Yeah, we can peep into that, since I guess I solved it optimally the first time. Since this one, the constraints were only 20, so maybe like we didn't need the cache here. We could have done this without the cache. And then the stone game one, I think it needs the cache for it to pass. But since I already solved it, let's just do something else. No Condom Chris says I should solve every problem that I attempted and never solved. So these are all my attempted. How many? 156 left. There was 158 the last time I streamed. Now we're gonna do one of these. Which one? There's a lot, man. Just hit a random. Pick one, man. Minimum number of function calls to make target array. I attempted this 2 years ago. You're given an integer array nums. You have an integer array R of the same length with all values set to 0 initially. You also have the following modify function. You want to use the modify function to convert R to nums using the minimum number of calls. Return the minimum number of function calls to make nums from R. Het tennis. What's poppin', man? How's everything going? What is this function and why is it? All right, so up 0 or 1. Just hanging around. It's 1:14 here, so no going outside. Dang. Sounds pretty hot, man. AC must be bumping. Dang, 102? Was it like a heat wave going on out there in the whole world? I don't know how hot or cold it was today here, but I think a couple days ago it was real hot, man. At least it felt real hot. All right, so we have we can either add 1 to an index or multiply everything by 2. All right, so they say we start with 0, 0. And to get 1, 5, they say the minimum times would be 5 because you go 0, 1. 0, 2, 0, 4, and then 1, 4, and then 1, 5. For the daily problem, there's a difference where the total number of stones across all piles is odd. Because of that, Alice can always win. So you can just return true. Dang. Even number of piles. Odd total number of stones. So we can just return true. Oh yeah, return true. Of course. I did not see that. But is that something that you think of immediately? Like when you're looking at this problem? It didn't even cross my mind. Even piles, odd stones. I did DP for the first time I solved it. And then the return true part, was that like you staring at the problem, or was that you like reading the solutions in the discuss with like the O1? Because man, didn't even occur to me. I knew that return true, there's like problems like that, but like I didn't, no way I noticed that observation. But thanks, Leet Whale, for letting us know. Smart Coder, welcome to the party. What's happening, Smart Coder? How are you doing? Oh, I'm getting pretty tired, man. I don't know if I can do this problem. Okay, so we need to get this to 0. I guess if a number is odd, so I'll start from the nums, the target that they give us. If a number is odd, we should subtract 1. And then once they're all even, I guess you divide by 2. And you keep dividing by 2 until it's 1. Something like that, maybe. So they're all even. So divide by 2. And then they're all odd. So you add 1s, right? This one, let's try it out. 4, 2, 5. So there's 4, 2, 4. That's one move, and then we divide by 2, so we get that. And then there's 1. Thing. Then we divide by 2. And then 1. But that 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 6 moves. All right, let me try that, man. Let me try. Theog Phoenix, what's happening? I had to click on this stream because this guy's hair is awesome. Thank you very much, and welcome to the party. We're doing a little leak code. We do leak code here most of the time. 3 times a week. I'm just solving problems that I haven't solved. I'm solving problems that I've attempted in the past that I haven't been able to solve. Alright, so let's try this. Every time we see odd, I'll just do some while loop. I don't know. Alright, so if this is odd, we've seen an odd. And if we haven't seen an odd, Then we divide by 2. And this is one move. But then if we seem that odd, I don't know, man. Hold up. It's a wig. Hey, I gotta be right back. I gotta use the bathroom, man. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Aaron Sec, what's happened? I am on Twitch. I want to change my wig? No. Alright, here we go. We're trying to solve this problem. What was I trying to do, man? I'm trying to decrement all the odds. Man, should I decrement them like that? How long have you been growing your hair? Looks damn cool. Thank you. I've been growing my hair since 2013. 13 years. You're almost at 10k followers. How many more? Can you put up a counter? I don't even know how many I got, man. I'm at 9880. Maybe next time I'll put a counter up or something. One small question, I'm new, literally at 0. I don't know the C of coding, L of LeetCode, just nothing. Where do I start from and what do I start from? Man, that's a tough question. If you know 0 about coding, wait, first of all, I gotta ask, what are your goals? Do you want to just do LeetCode? I'm assuming you don't want to just LeetCode for fun. I'm assuming you just want to break into tech, like a big tech company. I'd say the first thing that you should do is learn a programming language a little bit. You don't have to be an expert, but you should get familiar with the fundamentals, like for loops, if statements, variables, things like that, before you even consider to look at LeetCode problems. LeetCode, I'd say, is not for people learning how to program. It's for people who already know how to program, I'd say. Alright, how are we gonna solve this, man? What was I trying to do? Alright. Let's see. Semicolon. So learn coding language and continue my way to LeetCode. What language do you suggest for a beginner? I think, hold on. I think for a beginner, again, it depends on what you want to do after you learn all this stuff. If you want to work on hardware stuff, maybe you should go and learn C, C++. If you want to build applications, Maybe Java or JavaScript or Python. If you want to work in infrastructure, maybe C++. But maybe if you don't even know what you want to do, perhaps Python is probably the best choice. How am I get only 2, man? That's crazy talk. Crazy talk right now. So I hit them. Yeah, so I got 2 odds. And then oh, less than 0. That's why. Divide by 2. Let me think about what's going on. Hungry hippo. What's happening? LeetCode is for masochists. I don't know about that. If you like money, Java. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you saying Java developers make more than other languages? That's an interesting thing to say. I'm doing B.Tech in AI/ML. College just started. Yeah, I don't know much about AI and ML, but I think AI/ML is different than software engineering. I think LeetCode is more for software engineers. I don't know what AI and ML people do, man. How do you feel the sweet job market is these days? I don't know. I haven't really applied, but from what I've been hearing, if you have experience, you should be able to find something, you know. If you're a new grad, I think it's tough. But if you're like mid-level or senior or beyond, I think it's not so bad. Depends on where you work, but where I am, lots of Java jobs and in banks and such. I see. Where's that? Where are you? Alright, what am I doing wrong, man? I'm keep dividing by 2. Because I've seen an odd. Is that when they're all 1s? Do the contest? No, Leetway, I can't do it, man. Not today. I'll do it on Monday. US East Coast. I see. SoCal. Experienced dev, but took a bit of a break. Yeah, I think if you got experience, man, you should be able to get a job. Especially if you prep a little bit. Prep by learning how to vibe code. And maybe brushing up on data structures, algorithms if you're targeting big tech companies. That's the plan. See how many interviews you get. Nah, I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to like distract myself with trying to apply and get job offers. I'm gonna be launching up my Vibe Coded LeetCode website. I think next week. Next week is what I'm targeting. So I want to focus on building that stuff out, man, and seeing how far I can push that before I go running back to trying to find a job. But maybe I might just do it to see what's out there these days. AI is good enough to generate problems now. Yeah, it is, man. I got like a AI pipeline or something for my problems. Kind of. I don't want to talk about it too much. But I got fresh problems all the time. Anyways, I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I don't know if I feel like finishing this problem. So clearly something ain't right though. Can $1,000 cut your hair? Nah. $1,000? Nah. Better today than 2 years ago. What? When you did this? Wait, what? Will vibe code replace us all? Hey, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, 1K to cut my hair that I've been growing for 13 years? Not enough money. Unless I was gonna cut it anyways, you know? Alright, so... Odd. I need more C-outs. My LeetCode website died on me? Death Switch, welcome to the party. Good day to you. What do you mean it died on you? Alright. So this one we got 1, 5. So odd. So now it's at 0, 4. We divide by 2, so it should be 0, 2. But it says odd. So that's not true, man. Oh, I see. Maybe we should decrement first and then do the divisions after. Code was never a problem at IT. I don't know if that's true, but I don't think it's the biggest problem, you know. I love messing around with HTML. I don't mess around with HTML. Not these days, at least. Maybe when I was a lot younger. Hold up. I don't know what the heck is going on, man. I have some bogus code and it ain't looking too good. I'm wondering, instead of doing this whole weird thing, should I just decrement? I wonder if this division thing works like that, man. Because I don't think the division thing works like that. So This might be the end. I don't know if I got the endurance to finish this problem. I did a synthwave visualizer like last night. It was vibey. What do you mean you did, like you vibe coded that? I think this is gonna be too slow. Oh, it passed. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I thought this was gonna be too slow for sure, but it is a little bit slow, it seems. Better today for sure. What? Let me see what I did 2 years ago. Interesting. One more? Hey, I don't know if I got one more in me, but you know what? I do got one more of. Maybe we can play some bomb game or something, man, because Leak Code contest starts in 14 minutes. Even though I ain't taking it. Somebody get if you want to see. Currently learning coding. Wait, you said you used AI to build that, or you built that the old-fashioned way by hand? You can do the rearrange words? Which one is that, man? How you remember which problems I didn't do? You gotta take the contest? Samir, what's poppin'? Nah, I ain't taking the contest. I'm not ready for it, man. It's too hard. Too hard for me. Interleaving strings. Think I can do this one, man? Let me see when I tried it. 2021, look at that. This was, when was this? September. I was pretty good in September of 2021. So, I'm a little scared. Old-fashioned way, nice. Can people use AI in contests? How are they preventing it? Napster, what's happened? I'd say a lot of people use AI in the contest, and there is no sure way to prevent it. So it's just a part of life now, man. All right, interleaving string. Given strings S1, S2, and S3, find whether S3 can be formed by interleaving S1 and S2. Oh, man. You think I can do this problem, man? I don't know. I don't know. It's like a DP problem. It feels like take it or leave it. We have two choices. We can either take it from string 1 or string 2. And we just need to return any of them true. But I don't know if I can code it up. They don't allow LLMs, but how will they check? Yeah, they can't, man. Can you explain your journey and what you do nowadays? Shiv SS, what's happened? I can. But if I explain that, I can't do this problem. So I gotta choose. I guess I don't feel like doing a problem right now. So I'll try and explain my journey. Well, I don't need to explain, man, because you can just read here too. But basically, I was like a freelance developer for 7-8 years, and then somebody told me like I could be working at a big tech company if I wanted to. All I gotta do is be able to solve 4 leak code questions, and that's it. Promoted to L4, man. That's a long time ago. when did I get promoted? 2024? 2023? I don't even know. But anyways, somebody told me all you gotta do is study leak code to get into big tech, and you can be making like 250K USDs every year just by being like the lowest level in big tech. So then I just grinded leak code for a couple years, and then I got a job at Google. And I started streaming on Twitch in 2021, and that's when I got serious about my grind, my leak code grind. And I've been streaming ever since. And I was working at Google right up until November 2025. I decided to quit because, I don't know, got boring. Is L4 work-life balance S tier? It is S+++ tier, man. I don't even, sometimes I think back and like, dang, I left the craziest work-life balance job because I was so bored. And like, I'd say, all right, some weeks I work hard. How many CLs per week? 0 per week, man. Because who cares about CLs? I've been doing shit. But my team was different. We weren't a very code heavy team. We'd had to do other bullshit though. But I averaged about, I'd say 100 CLs a year or so. But I'd go 2 months without sending a CL sometimes, man. And then I did a lot of man, how do you say, what was the word they used? I did a lot of like company-wide updates to the code base. So lots of automated CLs from me would go out. How many lines of code? Not many, man. I don't even remember. Probably like 20,000, 30,000. I'd say if I worked for about 10 hours a week, that would be good enough. There wasn't much work, man. There wasn't much work to do. There's a lot of blockers all the time. There's a lot of waiting until management plans or whatever. Lots of like silly work that you do to pretend you're working. 10 hours without AI is crazy. 10 hours is like conservative estimate, I'd say. No, I'd say sometimes I wouldn't do anything the whole week. I guess meetings, you go show up in meetings, but you're not really doing anything. Sometimes there's just no work, man. But sometimes there's a lot of work. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks out of the year, there's a whole lot of work, and I'd work up to 50 hours a week. That's where I say it's too much. Do you think that is why big tech been laying off so much? Why? Because there's no work? I think that's by design though. A big tech company like Google, man, they can't just have everybody running close to 100% efficiency, man. There needs to be lots of people with enough bandwidth to pick up things that go wrong. So if everybody's like working too hard, then if something goes wrong, things are really messed up, man. But if you have everybody working at like 40% capacity, then when shit hits the fan, at least there's room so like things don't blow up, you know? Who got the low ratings then from your team? I think it's not every team needs a low rating. I think it's by the org, and there's maybe like 50 people in the org. So it's like the people who got the low ratings are the people who cannot do their work, or they need too much help from their TLs or things like that. I'd say those people got the low ratings, man. Skill issue, I'd say. Giving me PTSD, what you talking about? I'd say it's also like how likable you are. I was very much liked, I think. I made a lot of friends. I think that was my strong point was I was friends with a lot of people. So if you're friends with like your TLs or your skip managers or your managers and stuff, then they give you like preferential treatment or they give you work that you enjoy or they know what type of work you like and they give you the stuff that you're good at and they try and make you happy because you make them happy, man. So I think it's important to have good relationships at work so that you get the easy, high impact work instead of like the shit work that is difficult. Um, you retired now? It must be having a good what? I'm not retired, man. Personality hire is also a 10x engineer. Nah, I'm not a 10x engineer, man. It's just the work was not that much on my team. In my org, I think. I don't know. I think my org is like a chill org. I said that after my first year, my first manager wants him to start doing work. Hey, my first man. All right, I was on two different teams during my time there. The first team I was on, both teams are within the same org, like the same 50-person org. The first team I was on, I think my manager and I didn't vibe very well, and I got a bad rating. And then I switched teams. I went to someone else who actually, I guess they liked me and they knew how I worked. Why no vibe? Because I didn't make the best first impression. I guess they told me to chill, man. They told me chill, but they didn't know that they're telling like somebody who chills naturally to chill. I'm gonna chill even more. Maybe they thought everyone is like super hardworking naturally there. But they told me to chill my first year. They're like, hey, we don't expect anything from you. The only expectation is that you're learning. We don't expect you to do anything. But they still, I don't know. They got, I got a bad rating. I got an M rating my first time. Glad you can switch teams with a bad review. Yeah, I had a bad rating, but like I said, the person that I went to, she used to be my old TL, so she knew how I worked, and I think she did not agree that I should have gotten a bad rating. So she had no problems taking me in, even bad rating. What tech stack big tech use to scale? Can you give examples, some kind of system design if possible? Yeah, at big tech companies, everything that is difficult is already solved and already built. All you got to do is press the button or import the library, and it's already done. You don't even all those crazy scale problems. You don't have to worry about them usually, man, because they've been solved like 10 years ago. What was the interview like to get that job? It was what you'd expect. It was very algorithm intensive. I did really bad one round. Like, I told the dude straight up, like, hey man, I'm not gonna solve this problem. But let's pretend that I did. What's the follow up? That's what I said to him. That's how bad I bombed that round, man. I just like, I'm gonna skip this problem. And then he told me the follow up, and we had some laughs. And then I'm pretty sure I got strong no higher for that one. But that problem, I can show you the exact problem on LeetCode if I can find it. It was like, It was binary search tree iterator, man. Basically, you have to do, I think is this. You have to solve this with a stack. It's like DFS in order traversal using a stack. And it's something that I never practiced or never trained. So it was just too much to do under pressure for me. But I got a topological sort problem. I got a line sweep problem. I got like backtracking problem. And I got some other problems that I don't remember now. Maybe a graph. Some hash map problem. No, I'm not going to take the contest today. It starts in 1 minute. But anyways, one day I'll talk about it a little bit more. One day I'll do a lot of things, man. Do you do it in Python? No, I did it in C++. Like one of the rounds, the interviewer asked me about the standard data structures like vectors and hash maps or ordered sets. They asked me like, you know, oh, how does a vector work under the hood? They asked me, this was like before the algorithms. It was just like casual talk. It was just knowledge checking me. He asked me, oh, what's the time complexity of an insert in a priority queue and things like that. We want to see the Google NYC tour? Yeah, one day, man. I got those videos still. But anyways, I gotta go, man. We gotta go. It's time. LeetCode contest already started. So if you're taking it, go take it. If not, stick around, and Howling is gonna be taking it. React to them on stream? What? React to who? LeetCode problems? Nah. Maybe one day, man, but not right now. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I will be back on Monday, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been fun solving these problems, and I'm gonna go get back to vibe coding, man. Next week, I'm gonna share what I've been working on. Bring back the 7 days a week schedule? Nah, that's too much. But I might start bringing back up to like 5 days, but we'll see. No Condom Chris, background store. I am Samir here. Adios, amigos. Mark Mondark. Q Ultimus. See you next time. Leet Whale. Thank you very much. Shiv SS. See you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Brent Arata. Adios, amigo. Bet Simp. Sorry, I didn't see you earlier, but now I saw your name. What's happening, Bet Simp? See you next time. Steven Sagiball. See you next time as well. Everybody from YouTube, adios. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. We're gonna go raid Howling AF. And I don't know if he's doing the contest, man, but we'll be over there.